not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We are broadcasting live here. I'm Harvey Freed. There's Alex Nafusi and Harry Glantz.
Hey, what's up, Harv? Beautiful day out. Look at the day.
It is awesome outside. We got college football, mortgages.
U of M, MSU, go green.
Maybe
That's
some golf out there. A lot of excitement. We got Nicole Moscow over there on the other side. Remax Classic out in Milford. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
She makes our whole panel look good. You know that?
She really does. She brightens things up here, and so does that sun. What a gorgeous day.
I thought that was my job.
No, you're doing pretty good, too. Hey, we take all your calls about mortgages and real estate. If you guys want to talk about buying a house or refinancing your existing home, be sure to give us a phone call here live in the studio, 248-539-9797, October 25th, 2014. And, of course, it's rivalry weekend, so a lot of excitement here, and a lot of you guys are already on your way. 696 traffic headed out west is definitely starting to pick up.
It's like rivalry weekend, easy for me to say. It's like us versus appraisers.
Yeah, every day.
That's how it works. It's like mortgage guys versus appraisers. That's how it works.
You can't talk to him, Harry. You know that.
Don't talk to the appraiser.
Don't talk to the appraiser. You're going to go to jail.
Undue influence, Harry. You can't talk to an appraiser.
Let's get the ever so popular conversation about mortgage rates. They've only been fantastic now for like 3 years, but they're definitely still hanging in there after a bumpy road a little bit on Thursday. But a look to the future, things should be good. Again, next week, the Feds are meeting. They're going to talk about their third quarter quantitative easing as they talk about not buying up the bonds as they've done in the past. Obviously, Alex and Harry, lots of volatility in the marketplace. But again, it seems as if, because things have slowed down a little bit, it seems as if they will keep rates at the all-time lows.
Harvard, it's funny. We were talking before the show when you were talking. The Nicole had sent you a deal, and the people were like, "What's your rate? What's your rate?" And you gave them a quote with, X quote with lender-paid mortgage insurance, and they're like, "Well, your rate seems higher." You guys, if you have to look at the whole picture, don't ever call and say, "What's your rate?" It doesn't matter. There's so many more things going to the transaction than your interest rate. I mean, you're going to pay if you're putting 5% down and there's no PMI, you're going to pay a quarter point higher. Big deal. Who cares what your rate? Lie to your friends at the water cooler, because I know it's really cool to say you have the lowest interest rate. It's like when you lease a car, saying you got an Escalade for $200 a month. Just lie to them.
So take the lower rate, then pay PMI on a monthly basis, and your payment's higher.
Yeah, do what
so,
you got to do.
So wait a minute. So you have a lower interest rate,
but you're usually paying a point or a half a point or something like that.
And the bottom line isn't it about your payment?
It's about your payment.
So
absolutely.
If you're putting 5% down, which they want to get the best deal, 5% down, which means that we're the 95% partner. They're the 5% partner, but they get to live in the house forever.
Right.
So they want to go ahead and say we got the lowest rate, but their payment's higher. That makes no sense to me.
Just lie to your friends. If you want to tell them you got 3.5 on a 30-year fix, just lie to them.
Well, there's choices too, and we're talking about the choices that we have out there. And again, if you are putting less than 20% down, typically, again, as everyone knows out there, these loans carry mortgage insurance, and that can be pretty hefty nowadays. The MIP on an FHA loan's super hefty, but even if you're going conventional and you put less than 20% down, you're going to have some form of mortgage insurance. And we have some alternatives to paying the old-fashioned mortgage insurance. And the one we're talking about, of course, is just bumping up the interest rate a little bit. And again, then there's no PMI. Now everything about your payment, all that interest is a tax deduction. So lots of other positives.
Yeah, but my attorney friends will caution you, Harvey, and say you can't say there's no PMI, because what you're doing is you're paying the PMI up front, you're rolling in the rate. But
okay.
But the bottom line is there's no separate payment. You're rolling in the rate, so therefore Uncle Sam's your partner when it comes to tax time, because it comes out as mortgage interest.
They did call us.
So how did I do all my attorney friends and saying there was no PMI?
We did get that call, didn't we?
Of course, I got that call. This guy's a stick in the mud. You know what a stick in the mud is? He's the attorney that thinks he knows everything.
Uh-oh.
All attorneys know everything.
But anyways, I love attorneys, by the way. But anyways, refinancing your mortgage.
Because he's married to one.
That's right. Refinancing your mortgage.
I love attorneys too.
Alex, we talk, well, you don't. Refinancing your mortgage. Alex, we talk about what's our favorite program to refinance on, Alex? It's a 15-year fix, right?
Or a 10-year.
You're saving people money. And wouldn't you know it, finally, CNN on their money page had a big article about refinancing your mortgage. Opportunity knocks. Guess what they feature? The 15-year fixed. Because if you're in a house right now for 3, 4, 5 years, you had a higher interest rate on a 30, you could probably you're going to lower your interest rate. You're going to cut the term. You go on a 15-year fixed, and you're going to pay the mortgage off a lot faster.
Let's just say your payment's $1,000, and you go to a 15-year, and your payment stays the same, and you cut 5 years off. you save 60 grand.
That's right.
The numbers are staggering every time we do it.
People don't realize, and you get the truth in lending form, and it says the amount of interest you pay over the course of a 30-year mortgage. I mean, it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, you just pay it off. That's the point of a loan.
Nicole,
right.
You know what's cool is because you're not only a hardworking realtor, you work all the time, but you're also a mom, and you get a whole bunch of mouths to feed at home. I mean, you understand saving money and making the right transaction. But again, you see how much money we blow, and a lot of families do. They blow $200, $300 each month on miscellaneous. It could be, Alex, you mentioned it, cutting that cable bill, cutting the phone bill. Hey, gas went down. Hey, say what you want. Gas did go down considerably if you drive a lot.
I used my Kroger card last week, $2.03 a gallon.
203 or 303?
No, 2.03.
What?
Where?
At Kroger, I used my Kroger card.
That
They sell
works.
gas at
Okay, there you
Kroger?
go.
Yes, they sell gas at Kroger.
I got 10 cents off by using a Kroger card. It would have thrown it
Well,
out
I
there
had
for
over
Kroger. At a
$1.
Shell station.
I had over $1.
There you go.
So I just sat there like so excited.
Well, the bottom line is
fill the tank up.
it's only about saving money on your loan. When we refinance people, it's only about saving the money. Whether we save them on their consumer debt by paying that off and the high interest rate that they're going to get, and they're going to pay off that toxic credit card debt, whether we save you by going from a 30-year to a 20-year or a 15-year, whether we save you money on a new purchase by going LPMI, lender paid MI, take a little higher rate, roll the MI into the rate, and therefore you save money on your mortgage payment. I mean, it's only about saving money on the costs that there are on a mortgage transaction, and there are costs. So it's only about saving the money.
248-539-9797. We want to hear from you this morning. Again, we thought about actually having a real estate agent from Lansing on, and then we were East Lansing, and having one on from Michigan. He's setting up the whole realtor rivalry thing, but instead we brought a great real estate agent from Milford instead.
Good work, buddy.
What'd you say?
That sounds like a phenomenal idea. Good work.
It's going to be a contest of some sort. But anyways, we've got a lot of happy people that have come in to us. Nicole and I had a closing on Tuesday, and it was really fun. And we were talking about that mortgage insurance. And in that case, Nicole, which is sort of interesting, we had all these sellers' concessions to work with through a relocation company, again, without giving out names and such.
Right.
But we were able to use the sellers' concessions to pay for the upfront mortgage insurance.
Which was amazing, and all the closing costs. And these were a young couple that had decided, we had went out after the show a couple weekends ago, and they decided, okay, they wanted to rent. That's what our intent was.
They were currently renting, yeah.
Yeah, they were currently renting. We were out there looking for a rental. And I had sent them all the information. They picked the house they wanted. I sent them the rental agreement, and they saw that $15,000 a year in that rental agreement that they would be paying to the landlord. And she texted me and said, don't kill me, but we don't want to rent. We want to buy. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So we immediately went out. We started finding purchases. Their payment's actually $300 less on a beautiful house that they found in Royal Oak than on a rental. So, I mean, we had great seller concessions.
I
mean, the transaction was amazing.
In Royal Oak, it's absolutely cheaper to buy in Royal Oak than it is to rent. It's not even close.
Right, and we get a lot of young people in that same area, whether it be Ferndale, Royal Oak, up the street. The East Side's got their cities that have all sorts of cool locations all over Southeast Michigan, these great opportunities. Nicole, and you mentioned it. It started with, hey, look, our lease is up. We're thinking about renting. And you see all the money you're going to throw out renting. There's no tax deduction there. And they were able to save about $300 a month, and they're going to get the benefit of a tax deduction.
Right.
And hopefully build some equity down the road. That was a cute house.
Absolutely. It's adorable.
You know, the old adage is when people first start, when they first get married or they're looking for houses, they say, you know what? I can afford the monthly payment. It's the down payment I have a hard time coming up with. There are so many mortgage programs right now that you can come up with little or minimum down payment. You can get gift funds. As long as your credit's good, you can get gift funds. There's a lot of different ways. So if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to have a problem making the payment, but I'm going to have a hard time coming up with the down payment, you might want to call somebody and say, hey, listen, what kind of mortgage programs do you have? And where should they call, Harv?
We'll definitely call Capital. In fact, we're open all day today, and I know everyone's texting me this morning. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank. I know we have a full staff all weekend long. Again, it's 1-800-569-7283. And Harry, as you know, the decision to purchase typically depends on your financial picture. I mean, your future plans, lifestyle, evaluating some of the options that you have out there. If you have a reliable income coming in, good credit, and you can document and support that this is who you are, it's quite easy to get a mortgage. Alex, all purchases close within 30 days.
Yeah, there are more mortgage programs out there than ever before.
Ever before, absolutely. And the downside to that is, you're seeing some of the guidelines loosening, and it's people can't, people never learn from their mistakes.
Yep.
Well, when we come back, we're going to take all your calls. 248-539-9797. Spirited.
Nobody wants to.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Everybody likes to see a clean car or truck, but it's the oil you can't see that benefits most from being clean. Changing your oil and filter before they get dirty helps keep your vehicle running right. Depending on your driving habits, that could be every 3 months or 3,000 miles. Changing the oil is the single most important thing you can do for your vehicle. Keep it clean with the top name brands at low prices from the helpful professional parts people at the O'Reilly Auto Parts store near you.
For a limited time, stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store and pick up a 5-quart jug of O'Reilly conventional motor oil and a MicroGuard filter for $14.99, or upgrade to O'Reilly High Mileage for $18.99. Extend the life of your vehicle and save money with the O'Reilly Oil and Filter Special. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Millions of people who have never even set foot in a casino take a serious gamble every day by living without a home warranty. But you just can't afford not to have one, because you never know when an unexpected home appliance repair or replacement is going to blow your whole budget. Your furnace, water heater, plumbing, air conditioning system, they're like ticking time bombs. But there is a way to stop gambling with your family's budget, because when you get a home warranty from American Home Shield, they pay your covered repair and replacement costs for you, so you get to keep more of your hard-earned money. Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade call. Some exclusions and limitations apply. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-0427. Don't gamble with your family's budget. Let American Home Shield pay your covered repair and replacement costs for you. Don't wait. Call 1-800-900-0427 for valuable free information. That's 1-800-900-0427.
Remember the last time you went to the emergency room? If you weren't at the DMC, the waiting might have been the most painful part. It's not just the or the it's the wait. Why can't they treat your emergency like an emergency? At one place they do. The ERs of the DMC. These are the ER docs who reinvented emergency treatment, who created the DMC 29-minute ER guarantee. Not just faster medicine, but better medicine. There is only one ER with the 29-minute ER guarantee, and there are 5 of them. DMC Detroit Receiving, Harper Huxell, DMC Sinai Grace, Huron Valley Sinai, the dedicated Children's ER at the Children's Hospital of Michigan. The ERs of the DMC, always there. Because we all know nobody ever got well in a waiting room.
Hi, Tom Bodette. I tried to write this script on my smartphone, but I couldn't figure out how to turn off the autocorrect feature. So you'll have to trust me when I say that at Motel 6, you can still get a clam comforter Rome for the loamiest rice of any national chin. You can brook by carving 1-800-4-MOTEL-6 online or with our new mobile applesauce on your phone or toilet. I hate this Doc and Thong. I'm Tom Bordeaux for Motel 6, and we'll heave the bright on farm you. Close enough.
Listeners are winning huge cash at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. Get free entry into the $100,000 fantasy football contest this weekend. Visit DraftKings.com and enter code Detroit to play free. DraftKings.com.
Looking to sell your home? Search Realtor Jeff Glover. A house sold name.
The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, and everything in between. 97.1, The Ticket.
All Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 9:15 here on a gorgeous Saturday morning. We're broadcasting live. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I know Diane and our whole staff is there to help you. Just give them a call, 1-800-569-7283. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Again, we have open lines. We'd love to hear from you. Alex, as you mentioned, we had a little talk here talking about what goes on a Saturday at a tailgate. And again, if before you blow all your money and lose your wallet today, Alex, and in case anyone else
I'm
might
not
do
going
that,
up.
Good. Stay away from there. You might want to give us a call and find out what it takes to purchase a home, because I'll tell you, it is so great to become a homeowner. The calls come back. I had a young couple that bought about 4 months ago. They called me again and tell me what a great decision they made. And it's just, why throw the money out? If you're renting now, definitely give us a call and find out what you can do.
Well, we did the 50-year chart on interest rates. Remember when I did that back in the spring?
Oh, yeah.
I mapped out the interest rates for the last 50 years. And right now is one of the best times, if not the best time in history, to buy a house.
Didn't you make a joke about it being colder? The rates were...
Remember I said
the
that?
The temperature was colder, the lower than the interest rates? Or
no, I said the rates were lower than at the coldest point in the middle of the winter, right? Remember I said that?
Are you talking last year?
I said for the first... Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This February.
That's what I'm saying. Rates were lower.
It was like 4 degrees outside.
Interest rates were lower than the temperature.
That's a nice analogy.
It was 4 degrees out. Rates were at 3.5. Okay, what can I tell you?
We talk about...
But here, sorry to interrupt her, but anyway, so right now you've got people are making money. They feel good about their jobs. You've got rates at all-time lows. Okay, you got houses that are still priced right, and you've got so many mortgage programs that you can go on that there isn't a reason why you shouldn't buy a house.
Nicole, you mentioned before about a house being move-in ready, and I know the one you were referring to wasn't at all move-in ready. It was like saying whatever.
Not even close.
It should have been a handyman's dream, reference on the listing ticket. There's something to be said, though, for buying a true move-in ready house. I get so many calls. I want to buy a fixer-upper. Guys, I don't care how handy you are. When you get home from work, you don't want to start doing cabinets and kitchen. There's something to be said for buying a house. You can truly just
bringing your boxes in, dropping them down, and moving in.
Pick some new paint and call it a day.
Well, Alex, like you said, you just have to be really good at it. If it's something you want to do, and let's say you're in the trades or you're a handyman and you're really good at it, then yeah, for sure. But for your average person to go in and say they want a fixer-upper, it's like somebody saying, well, they want to own rental property. They don't understand what the concept really means.
If owning rentals was easy, everybody in the world would have rental properties. It's not that easy.
It is not.
248-539-9797. We want to hear from you on this gorgeous Saturday morning. As always, lots of great ways to purchase a house. You got your conventional loans and jumbo and FHA and rural development loans, VA zero down. Just find out what it takes. Find out about the process and how easy it is. There's a great article, actually, the other day, a recent study of 2,000 homeowners. A whopping 80% said they regretted at least one thing about the house they bought, Nicole. I mean, that
was
would be
the one
standard.
thing?
Well, there were the top ones were the size of the house. That was one of the top complaints that they had. One of
they underbought.
You know what?
That's
they just
okay.
didn't buy a big enough house.
That's when they need to upgrade.
But that's okay, though. Like, I'd rather have people say be too conservative than buy these monsters and get into the house and all of a sudden
and
realize
then can't afford to make the payment.
It costs $450 to heat it in February.
So, Alex, that's great. So back in the late 80s to the mid 90s, the fallacy was, well, you know what, overbuy because you're going to grow into the house.
Right.
Okay, everybody said that. So when the mortgage market peaked back in 2005, 2006, you had all these people in these McMansions that overbought. Builders were building 3,500 to 4,500 square foot homes. The prices were crazy. People overbought. They did 80-20 plans, right?
Sure.
They did negative AM plans. It's really not, buy something and grow into. Okay, I mean, it's not a suit. It's not a pair of pants. But the however is that if you're a young couple, you're starting your family out, yes, you should absolutely buy a house that is going to fit your family's needs.
Right.
Or you're going to run into a situation where you're not going to have enough space.
But you can always outgrow that.
That's right.
That house. I mean, you can start with, I don't know, a couple kids and end up with 5.
Could happen to anybody.
It could happen to anyone.
Some of the other things that they mentioned, if they could have done over, a lack of closet space, not enough bathrooms. Of course, that's always a favorite. And then bad neighbors. That's always a regret. And that's one thing you really can't, some factors you can't control. And that's one of them also. I mean, can you show up to the house? Can you drive by the neighborhoods in the evening and see what's going on? Yeah,
you can, but it's really, really hard. I mean, usually when you have bad neighbors, though, it's kind of obvious. I've been to houses where the neighbors come out. They approach you.
Scary.
They're bad. You're like, can you go back in the house?
The sellers don't put that on the seller's disclosure.
It's like the movie Neighbors.
I haven't seen
You guys
it.
remember that movie? Oh, my God.
That's an old one.
That's an old. Thank you.
Is that Dan Aykroyd? Is that old one? All right.
But I mean, overall, it's going to be kind of hard to tell. Okay, do I have bad neighbors? Are their dogs barky? I mean, because you're not going to be there the whole day to find out.
Drive by, you know.
Well, isn't that why you drive the neighborhood? Isn't that why you drive the neighborhood several times?
You may miss the drama.
Yeah.
You may miss it.
You never know.
You never know. It could happen.
Hey, let's go to our first call this morning. We got open lines here, 248-539-9797. We welcome all your calls. And Bill, thanks for starting us off from Mortonville. Good morning. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
What's up, Bill?
All the time.
Good,
Thank you.
thanks.
Appreciate it. What's up?
So I rent a house in Ortonville. All right, I got terrible credit. I'm not really sure what I should do anymore.
You should pay your bills on time. Get your credit scores up.
I did. I was sorry, the lawnmower going by.
That's okay.
But I do pay my bills. I lived in an apartment complex, and it flooded, and I had a newborn, and they wouldn't fix it, so I left early.
Well, Bill, when you say your credit's bad,
I have on my credit.
Hey, let me interrupt you. When you say your credit's bad, how bad is it? What's your credit score?
Oh, I want to say like 520.
You're not going to have a 520 credit score just for moving out of an apartment complex and breaking your lease because it flooded. What else is on there? Is there a foreclosure or bankruptcy?
No, sir.
Any credit card? You miss credit card payments, things of that nature?
Medical collections?
I actually just bought my first car to try to get it up so I'm not wasting money sitting here in this rental house.
It can't be that bad if you just got a car loan. Let me do this, man. Let me run your credit. We have some great software I can run your credit through. It'll tell us what we have to pay off or pay down and the impact it'll have on your credit scores. And that way we can work together. I mean, so if we can't do it right now, we'll do it in 6 months. But, I mean, I'll work with you. I mean, you'll be a client down the road. Big deal.
That'll be awesome. Like I said, I'm just tired of sitting wasting money.
No worries, partner. I'll call you after the show, Bill.
All right, definitely.
Thank you very much, guys.
You got it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. All right, to start things off this morning, definitely stop paying rent and find out how you can fall into the mortgage industry or file into getting a mortgage. Refinance your mortgage also if you've already owned a house. Again, a lot of you have missed this opportunity. The HARP loans are still out there. I actually ran across one last week. Gentlemen can definitely refinance your mortgage. Even if you're underwater, you can subordinate the second liens, and there's tons of opportunities to save money. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And first, we'll go to this other call here. We got Brock on the line. Brock, you need an appraisal, it says. What's going on?
Oh, well, I'm about to get a divorce here, and, my wife thinks that the house is worth a bunch of money that it's really not worth. We bought the house about 2 years ago, as is, for $64,000. I did a lot of work to it. It had a bunch of termite damage, a foot of water in the basement, drain fields all messed up, floors were tore up. So,
gorgeous.
I mean, it's missing a lot of stuff. I'm guessing it's worth about $80,000. I was really looking to see what's the best way of going to get an appraisal for an actual real sale value as is, because right now the drain field, I kind of made my own drain field.
So you'll have to disclose when you sell.
Yeah. Hey, Brock, what the best thing for you to do, and you're going to want an appraisal as well. So if you think it's worth 80 and you've got it in your mind, and if there's some equity in it, the whole reason why you need the appraisal is because you're going to want to split that equity up. So what we can do is we can give you names of appraisals. You're going to want to hire a licensed independent appraiser and get, you're going to get this appraisal, but if you really want to do it, she'll get an appraisal, you'll get an appraisal. But if you can agree on the number with only one appraisal, that's the best way to go. You're not duplicating efforts. You're not spending twice the amount of money that you need. Cheap. Yeah, because you're going to pay between, say, $350 and $450 for an appraisal. So, we'll get you a name and number of a couple of appraisers. You can pick one and go with them. But, you're going to want to take a look at it. And if you agree with the number, that's a great thing.
Yeah, it's really, I don't think it's worth much more than what it was when we bought it, because really I haven't done much to it. I'm sure it's worth about $20,000 more. But
okay.
So she wants $10,000?
Well, what do you owe on it?
$48,000.
Okay, so you're going to split the difference between $48,000 and whatever the appraisal amount is, or whatever the house sells for, actually.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
I don't want to get an appraisal that says it's $120 when it's really what to sell for $80.
Yeah, but
I know worth what it's worth, go up when you're trying to refinance it.
Yeah, but you want to get out in front of this, so you want to go ahead and get the appraisal done you want to get your own appraiser. You want to go ahead and get your appraisal ordered from an appraiser that you pick. That doesn't mean he's going to come with a low number. It just means you're going to get a better idea and you're going to be out in front of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Brock,
All right,
good
guys.
luck to you.
Thanks a lot.
You got it.
All
Thanks,
right,
brother.
good luck to you again. Sometimes you do have the value there. Again, not only can you hire an appraisal and spend the money, and again, they do cost money. There's also a lot of other things you can do, including, are there signs up in your neighborhood? Call the local real estate agents. Nicole, they definitely want to help you.
Right.
So give us a call here. We're going to be, got some open lines, 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Hurry to Southgate Ford to take advantage of the 2014 model year-end sales event. Cash of up to $7,000 on select new 2014 Ford models. Southgate Ford's 2014 model year-end sales event is going on, and they're offering tremendous zero-down sign-and-drive lease deals. Leave your money in the bank and lease the Ford car or truck of your choice. No money down, not even first month's payment, and no security deposit required. Now through October 31st, qualified customers can lease a 2014 Ford Fusion SE for only $198 a month plus tax for 24 months, or a 2014 Ford Escape for just $216 a month plus tax for 36 months. For both lease deals, just tax title plates due at signing. See dealer for details. The 2014's got to go. There are hundreds in stock, and Southgate Ford never charges the hidden extras like dock fees on new, used, or lease buys, saving their customers hundreds. Stay warm as you shop in their huge 12-vehicle showroom, and you won't waste time with pushy managers. Southgate Ford can even deliver your new Ford to you. Southgate Ford on 4th Street or online at southgateford.com.
Here at TCF, we got lots of interesting suggestions at maketcfbetter.com. And we got lots of interesting responses. But oddly enough, nobody answered. No more free checking. How about really expensive checking? We didn't get a single, I just like how friendly and helpful the TCF people are. I only trust a banker who's grouchy. And not one person said, being open 7 days a week is just way too convenient. You should really only be open on Tuesdays. Didn't hear that. Because while we're committed to improving the home of free checking, we know there are things customers really love about TCF. Things that led you to give us 4 out of 5 stars in customer service. Things that will certainly remain. And you can look for changes to help improve your experience, like better bill pay and enhanced mobile features and online banking. So rest assured, we're keeping what you love and improving the rest. After all, don't you deserve a bank that really listens? Switch to TCF Bank, the home of free checking, and open your account today. Member FDIC.
Jared the Galleria of Jewelry presents Levion Chocolate Diamonds and Chocolate Cultured South Sea Pearls.
That's Jared!
Levion, unique, one-of-a-kind jewelry. From ancient royalty to today's red carpet, Levion is the only company on earth to make jewelry with chocolate diamonds, including exclusive designs you'll only find at Jared.
It can only be Jared!
Find a Jared store or shop anytime at jared.com.
The Garage, your domain, where a wall full of tool stacks holds the stories of past projects, where the utility light hangs like a loyal friend. So when you have to make the trip for parts, you want to make it fast. Just order your parts online at advanceautoparts.com. You can pick them up in-store in just 30 minutes, then get right back to doing what you love. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back to the garage.
Visit advanceautoparts.com now to learn more. The Michigan National Guard can help you complete your education. Now, when you sign up part-time with the Guard, you'll get additional tuition assistance from the state to cover any educational fees that may not be covered by the federal benefit. As a result, you can go for that certificate or associate's degree, or finally get your bachelor's, master's, or professional degree. Learn more about the benefits that come with serving part-time with the Michigan Guard at nationalguard.com. Benefits subject to change. Sponsored by the Michigan National Guard. Aired by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Online is a super way to learn.
Through Michigan's Digital Learning Initiative, all public middle and high school students now can enroll and earn credit in up to 2 online courses per semester. There are hundreds of course titles available through schools at no cost to parents.
Information about the statewide catalog of online courses is available from your local school or at micourses.org.
Partnering with Michigan Schools. This message is sponsored by the Michigan Department of Education, Michigan Virtual University, and Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Tune in this Sunday as the Lions take on the Falcons in London. Game time 9:30 a.m. Presented by Ford, the official automotive company of the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Number 8, Michigan State hosting Michigan today. That'll be at Spartan Stadium. That's at 3:30. 1 p.m. the broadcast on AM 950 WWJ. Lions and Falcons tomorrow at Wembley in London. 9:30 right here on the ticket. Likely no Reggie Bush nor Calvin Johnson for the Lions. Among others, Eric Ebron, Joseph Foria, and maybe even Brandon Pettigrew are likely out for this one. Wings on the road at Philly tonight, 7 p.m. right here on the ticket, 6:40 the broadcast time. World Series, Royals 3, Giants 2. They lead it 2-1. Miguel Cabrera has ankle surgery to repair a stress fracture, also removing bone spurs. Manager Joe Madden leaves the building. He's no longer with Tampa Bay. From the 1-800-CALL SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
No crying in sports. Complaining is acceptable.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283 if you're here in Michigan. Love to hear from you. And again, open lines, 248-539-9797. We got Nicole Moscow with us. Our regulars always, Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi, myself, Harvey Freed. And Nicole, again, thanks for joining us here. It's a gorgeous day outside. If anyone's out there and you need a great real estate agent, we can set you up with some great people. Again, they don't put a gun in your head. There's no contracts that say it. If you list your house with them, if they don't sell it, hey, gladly you can move on. All great people. Give the professionals a call and we'll get you set up. All right, let's move on to some calls here. We got John who hung on the line. Good morning, John from Inkster. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I have a VA loan, and the house is underwater. I'm at 6.25%. I've tried to do refinancing, but because it's underwater, they can't do it. I've also called my mortgage company, and they won't do a streamline because they don't have a bank in Michigan.
Oh, you can do a VA streamline with no appraisal. That's an easy deal.
What's your current rate, John?
6.25.
Is there anything I'm missing? Have you made late payments? Is your credit bad? Is there any more to the story?
No.
Why do they say they can't do it?
I have like a 662 credit rating, and every time I call, they say they can't do it because there's no equity in the house.
What's the balance on the mortgage, John?
$70,000.
Yeah, dude, I'll call you for the show. We'll take care of it for you. There's no appraisal necessary on that. It's an easy deal. There's nothing outside the box whatsoever on that transaction.
Okay, I appreciate it.
You got it.
All
Thank
right,
you,
thanks
sir.
for the call. Again, get that interest rate down. If it can save them $70 to $100, that could work.
Well, as they say, I hope there's not the rest of the story.
I know. That's why I always ask that, and then I call them. Not this particular gentleman, but there's a lot of times on the air. I call him back, and it's like there's. Well, let me tell you the rest of the story, man. And then
yeah, 248-539-9797, and let's go to Ron out there in Flushing. Good morning, Ron. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. How are you today?
Good
morning, what's up? Very perceptive. I like that.
That's the only one who's noticed me.
I'm in a dilemma with elderly parents.
Okay.
Not good. It's time that they're going to be saying goodbye to each other.
Okay.
Okay. They have a property, it's a residence, and they owe approximately $40K on it. Okay.
What's that place
They're going
worth?
to try to split. I'm sorry?
What's the value of the unit?
Hey, if you roll the dice, maybe 52.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm trying to do, they're both on fixed incomes.
Okay.
They're just going to part ways. I need to get one of the parents to quit claim over to the other parent, which isn't a problem.
Right. That's
as long as that other parent goes out and gets this house put in that person's name only.
Well, there's a lot going on here, John. Hey, Ron, I'm sorry, Ron. Again,
That's
just quit claiming doesn't take that person off the loan. So what we want to do is find out, again, the whole story, again, because if one of the parents wants to get a new mortgage, then the divorce decree might state that the other person is going to keep the house. So you can really handle all this with the divorce judgment.
Yeah. In Genesee County, it's kind of odd how they do that. They don't give you a time limit per se unless you really push it. What we're just trying to do is get this person, a parent, to say, fine, if you want the property, not a problem, just go get it put in your name.
But that's
between your parents and you then. Man.
Yeah, but that doesn't alleviate the issue. But how about this? So one parent wants to stay in the house, the other one you're going to say wants to leave. You want to you want to do it through a quick claim deed and get them off. It doesn't work that way because they're still obligated.
And I understand that.
Right, they're going to still be obligated.
I do understand that. I just threw it out there.
Okay. Yeah. So is your other parent that's leaving? Are you looking to have them buy another property? Or are they going to go rent?
I'll probably rent or live with one of us siblings.
Okay, that's fine. Then there are ways
We just don't want to destroy their credit.
Right. So there are ways you can take care of that. The best thing you can do is make sure that you have their attorneys involved, and the attorneys will write in the settlement agreement, in the divorce judgment, how things are going to shake out with regard to the property.
Okay. I just don't want a foreclosure or something like that coming back at one of the parents.
Well, you want to make sure
so they got to make sure they're making the payments.
Could one of the parents refi the other parent
they
off?
They can, but we'd have to take, he said they're on fixed income if they qualify. The best way to do it, they can refinance, and that way they'll get your other parent off of the transaction.
Right. They're completely off.
That's exactly. And they could probably stay with the same financial institution, correct?
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily.
Okay.
But, we can take a look at it. Alex and Harvey can give you a call, and they can take a look at it. But I would tell you that would be the way that I would start out. I would run both parents' credit. Or
you're talking 800s.
Yeah, okay, definitely. We still have to check it out. But, yeah, it sounds like it's doable if everything, according to what you're saying, comes out true.
Hey, look, you know what? As a son, Ron, you want to look out for both parents. We'll definitely give you a phone call to give you some additional advice, and we'll point you in the right direction. But it's a good call. Thank you very much. We'll continue.
Thank you.
248-539-9797. Again, you got to do things the right way. So often do we see, why didn't you just do this? And, we didn't know.
But you have to get the proper advice. There are steps that you have to take, like in anything, whether you're buying a house, you're refinancing a house, whether you're hiring attorneys to go through a divorce or anything like that. There are proper ways, and there are steps that you have to go, and you can't get ahead of yourself. You have to go out and check these things out. First of all, we don't know that the other person can even qualify to stay on, in the house on their own. How do you avoid a foreclosure? Well, guess what? Keep making the payments.
Make the payments on time.
So, there are a lot of things that go that we have to check out, and that's why we say there's always the rest of the story.
Hey, let's continue the calls. We got Tim out there in Lincoln Park. Good morning, Tim. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Tim.
A couple years ago, when that whole Making Homes Affordable Act went through,
right.
I did all that, and my paperwork kept getting kicked back. Long story short, my mortgage company, instead of putting me through foreclosure, charged off my account and pretty much just gave me my house. Here, get caught up on the taxes. So last couple of years, I've been getting caught up on the taxes, but now I'm sitting on a house that I don't owe anything on, and I can't do anything with it.
No,
it seems hard for me to refi and cash out.
What do you mean you can't? They time out. They gave you the house. So you went to foreclosure. They just gave you the house. They said you don't have to.
I didn't even go to foreclosure.
Okay.
It was they said it was cheaper for them to charge it off and give me the house. It's a unique situation. I mean, everybody I've talked to and told them this is really.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, I've seen that done once, and those people actually came to me and wanted me to list the house a couple years later, and we couldn't. You can't list it. There is still a lien on the title.
Yeah, there's a lien.
And that lien will not be discharged. So, I mean, you'd have to have a title company check that out and see if the liens and everything are there. If you decided you wanted to sell, And with refinancing, I'm not sure how that would work.
I don't want to sell the house.
Okay.
I mean, I want to keep it.
What do you want?
I would love to be able to.
But there's no balance. So why would you refi?
Huh?
What are you trying to do exactly, Tim?
I would like to refinance and pull some cash out to do some updates, and
you're not getting any cash out. You didn't pay on the house in the first place.
So let's just say, hey Tim, let's just go with you on this. Let's just say the house is showing up, and on your credit report, there's no balance, but we pull the title work like Nicole said, and there is a lien on the title for X amount of dollars. All right, you're going to have to pay off that lien and move forward, unless they discharged the lien when they said that they're just going to give you the house, which I can't believe that's
Did you
true.
ever receive a discharge of mortgage? We know the answer is no.
Right.
But we're gonna. You did.
Yes,
you did.
I don't think you
have a discharge of mortgage. I have that in my safety deposit box or my safety box.
Well, we'd like to take a look at it, because then what we'll do is, if you send us that discharge, then we'll pull the credit, we'll pull the title, and we'll see if there's anything there that we can do for you.
I mean, I'll be straight up. My credit is not the best.
Well, we know that.
I figured that because you didn't pay on the house.
What's your score right now?
Well,
do you know?
And I was paying on the house.
When I
kept getting this paperwork kicked back, just stopped paying. I did stop paying on it.
So what's your credit score right now?
Maybe 610.
Well, you're not that far away.
That's terrible.
That's not terrible. We'll take a look at it, but there is an order and there is a procedure that we have to follow to go ahead and check this out for you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks for the call. We're definitely going to
Tim.
follow up. Let's see what he's got going on. Hey, the last 2 years, continued housing recovery.
There's so
things
much
have
action on that call.
Definitely.
It's not even funny.
You know what? I was going to go into a whole spiel here. What's going on with our equity? Now we're up against another break. But when we come back, all your calls at 248-539-9797.
Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth.
Make the choice. Experience the difference. The Suburban Collection.
Where October begs the question, where did the year go? It's also the ideal time to prepare for weather to come. The 2014 Cadillac ATS 2.0 Standard All-Wheel Drive Edition is just the ticket. At Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth and Arbor Road off I-275, ATS brings you heated seats, StabiliTrak, and all-important all-wheel drive. Lease ATS from Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth from $269 a month for 36 months with no security deposit required. $1,550 down. Must be GMS and GM Lease loyal. See dealer for complete details. For a fearless fall and beyond, look to Suburban Cadillac of Plymouth. A member of the Suburban Collection, make the choice. And be sure to visit the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi for great events throughout the year.
The Suburban Collection.
Visit SuburbanCadillacofPlymouth.com. Offer expires Halloween.
At Qdoba, we say down with upcharging. Because you shouldn't have to pay extra for extra flavor. You can add on anything you want to your next burrito, taco, or quesadilla with no extra charge. Freedom to choose means infinite possibilities. And at Qdoba, well, that freedom tastes like guacamole. Bam! Extras aren't extra, only at Qdoba.
Come in and pour it on now at all Metro Detroit area restaurants.
Piston fans, the night you've been waiting for since last season's upon us. It's opening night at Pistons Premiere, November 1st against the Brooklyn Nets. It's Super Saturday presented by United Shore, the Palace of Auburn Hill.
My goal for Pistons fans is that 29 other NBA coaches are complaining about Pistons fans.
Opening night is on sale now. Don't miss the introductions of this year's squad as they take on the Brooklyn Nets Saturday, November 1st. For tickets, visit Pistons.com or call 248-377-0100.
Hey, hockey fans. Joe Koser will be at the Total Hockey Store in Novi Town Center on Sunday, October 26th.
Hi, this is Joe Koster. I'll be at the Total Hockey Store at Novi Town Center on Sunday, October 26th from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Come and say hi, get an autograph, and even take a photo. Hope to see all you Detroit hockey fans there.
Great sports, great food, and a great hockey player at Total Hockey in Novi Town Center, October 26th from 1:30 to 3:30. Visit NoviTownCenter.com.
2.5 Men is about brotherly love 5 nights a week.
Have a great day, bro. I hate you. I hate you too.
2.5 Men is about fatherly love 5 nights a week.
Alan, smack your kid for me. Should we risk more brain damage?
2.5 Men is about all kinds of love 5 nights a week.
I love you. And I love you. Now be an angel, get me another beer.
Feel the manly love 5 nights a week.
Why do I bother talking to you? Beats the hell out of me.
2.5 Men.
Watch weeknights at 6:30 on CW50.
Here's something delicious. Now at the Home Depot, the more kitchen cabinets you buy, the more you'll save. Up to $10,000. So let's put the best names in cabinetry within reach. Craftmate, Thomasville, American Woodmark. Right now, the more, the merrier. Let's do this. Buy more, save more on select cabinetry. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Valid through November 2nd, U.S. only. See store for details.
Monday night at 6. Join 97.1 The Ticket's Jamie and Wojo at TAP at MGM Grand Detroit for the Lions Review Show. TAP is family friendly, so bring your whole family for all the Lions fun. More at 971theticket.com. 97.1 The Ticket is proud to welcome Capital Mortgage Funding as partner in the Student Hardship Program. They'll donate a portion of every mortgage closed to the Student Hardship Program. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Packers, Saints. Sunday night football coverage begins at 7:30 on your home for the NFL on Westwood One. 97.1 The Ticket.
All right,
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast again till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. And, of course, give us a call here in the studio, 248-539-9797.
Nothing like coming out of break to a little Marshall, huh?
That's there you go. Oh, that is.
Well, that's Marshall.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of co-signers out there that might want to get off the loan. And again, we've had a lot of families been calling us lately with the troubled times back with unemployment kicking in 2007 in our region. A lot of families had some tough times, and they might have had a co-signer on a loan, or they might have had a parent buy a house for them. Well, folks, now's the time to do it. Pay off those land contracts. Again, get that co-signer off the loan. Find out what it takes to get yourself positioned properly. Most likely you could lower your payment because interest rates, again, are still at 40 or 50-year lows. And there's a lot of families that just might want to remove a borrower off a loan or something like that. And you just don't want to give us a call here or call Capital. Again, we're open all day long, and we want to hear from you. Let's go out to John in Flint. Good morning, John. You're talking about maybe buying a house.
Hello.
Hey.
Morning, John.
I'm Don. Okay, I'm Don. Okay.
Oh, okay, Don. We got you.
Hey, no, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Okay, first time I'm helping a friend out. This is the first time I've got into buying a house. Okay, she's got bad credit. I have an 800 credit score. I can put 20% down. I'm trying to get pre-approved for $85,000.
Okay.
The holdup is my W-2. It's going to show that I made like $21,000.
Okay. What do you? Why? So is that how much you make?
Yeah, well, I got other stuff going on, but I just can't bring to the table. So that's what you're going to see is my income.
What other debt do you have? You have a car payment or credit cards?
I have a car payment that has like maybe $3,400, and I got another one that's $2,700. I can get rid of that.
What's the monthly payment?
On what?
On those two cars.
Oh, it's just the one car. The one car is $245. Another loan is like $170.
You're not gonna qualify for $85,000 on $20,000 a year plus the car payment.
Car payment. That's going to be the issue.
Were you thinking about buying it as an investment property to help her out, or could you guys could buy the house together? But her credit's no good. Yeah, her credit's no good.
Yeah, but her credit scores. Why
don't we take some baby steps here? As Alex always says here, we have the software program. We can run her credit and find out what it's going to take. You said you got some extra money. Instead of maybe paying off that car loan, maybe you can use that to get her credit straightened out?
You know, I'm all for it. I'm just trying to help her out so she can, get her life back on the right track. And so, I mean, we just found out. Yesterday we found out about the credit score to come back 1,540. The other one was 585, and then there was another one.
Don, let me do this. Let me call after the show, and I'll run both your credits, and I'll take a look at all the specific numbers and see what I can do for you. It's just too tough to do. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll call after the show. All
right, thanks for the call. Again, that was Don out there in Flint. We appreciate all the calls. 248-539-9797. Also, a lot of remodeling's been going on in new construction. Here, we've had all these builders on recently, and they're definitely digging holes and putting up houses. It's pretty exciting stuff. The data shows more confidence. The RMI is sort of an interesting index. It's the remodeling market index. It rose in the third quarter to its highest level like in 10 years or something like that. There's a big swing over the last 24 months. It makes it really hard to find a lot of great qualified carpenters. And I'll tell you, there's a lack of guys out there that can do the job and get the work done.
Honestly, I'm not a referral guy because if it works out well, you're the greatest guy in the world. If it goes bad, people call and they complain to you about it. I have good carpenter people now.
We need his number.
It's definitely, we always need trades out there. And again, if you're a hardworking person out there, always give us a phone call at the show. We'll put you down on a list of people. A lot of the great builders in the area are still hiring, and a lot of the home improvement companies are looking for qualified workers. So, hey, folks, it's time to get, a lot of the guys were complaining. I had a lot of buddies out there complaining, hey, there's no work in those tough years, but now there's tons of work. Time to get up early in the morning and get it going, definitely.
All you have to do is drive by Home Depot or Lowe's, and you'll see how busy they are.
It's always packed.
And get a hot dog.
It's packed. People are taking pride in home ownership. They're fixing up their house. They're adding on. They're remodeling. They're adding an extra bathroom or bedroom, and or if they want to go ahead and build a man cave down in their basement, they're doing all that.
Getting those things done
because money's cheap. Okay, money's cheap, and to refinance and take cash out to do a home remodel, money's extremely cheap right now.
And it's much cheaper than using like your Low card or your Home Depot card because that percentage rate is much higher than using the equity.
Absolutely.
The amount of American homeowners recently, of course, that are underwater has shrunk. That amount of families that are severely underwater on their homes has shrunk also to all-time low. So really cool stuff out there. And again, everything's moving in the right direction. Homes aren't going to appreciate as fast as they did, but they are definitely still moving in the right direction.
To wrap up the builder comment, everything. I remember one of my buddies at dinner on Thursday night, and he said he's a builder. He said he's got people that are like offering, I'll pay for the job up front. Right. Like,
yes.
the quote's $10,000. I'll give you $9,500 now. Just you give me on the list.
Alex, you know this. You lived with one of the Jonas in college. I mean, Jonah Luxury Homes right now, they're so busy. I mean, they're doing remods, they're building, they're rehabbing homes.
Yeah.
And these guys tell me they're killing it right now. They're so busy right now.
They're people if people are paying up. When was the time you heard about paying up front to have work?
It's a little scary. You better make sure you've checked your references and make sure that you got everything set up with the right people. That's for sure. Hey, let's take some calls here. We got a few more lines. Ty out there in Fenton. Good morning, Ty. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Morning.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, I'm in a land contract, and I've been in a land contract for 6 years now, and I have some medical bills that I need to take care of. My credit score is in the 500s, and I was just curious how long will it take. I have a car loan. I just got a car loan, so I'm trying to establish credit. And initially, how long does it take for my credit score to build without any faltering of...
Not 6 years.
Yeah, it'll really depend, Ty. I wish you would have called me 6 years ago because we could have got you out of that a long time ago. Like I told one of the previous callers, we've got some software I can run your credit through. And it'll tell us what we have to pay off or pay down and the impact it'll have on your credit scores. We got to get you up to in the 620s, to do anything for you. The cool thing about a land contract, though, is it's just like a regular old refinance. So we can take the cash out and consolidate your medical bills or anything else you might have out there, as long as there's equity in the property.
Okay, there should be equity in the property.
Yeah,
sure.
Let me do this, Ty. I'll call after the show, run your credit, and see. Maybe it's better than you think. I don't know. I mean, we'll take a look and see what I can do for you.
Well, I sure hope so, and I appreciate your time this morning. Have a great day.
No worries. Thanks, man. Have a good day.
All right, thanks for the call. Again, let's sneak in. Mike here wants to refinance. Hey, Mike, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
You talking to Mike?
Yeah, let's go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, my wife and I refinanced about 6 years ago. We're in the upper fours. We went with a 30-year at the time, and we were thinking about refinancing down to a 15-year.
I love it.
We both have pretty good credit. And we just wondering what our options were.
I think going to a 15 years is great. Harry and I, talk on a regular basis. The whole point, the nicest deals that we do is when you take, you cut 10 years or 5 years off the life of somebody's mortgage. I mean, if you're at, let's just say 4 7/8 right now, and the payment what's the balance on the mortgage right now?
About 48.
Yeah, I mean, the payment's it's gonna stay the same. I mean, and you'll be done with it. Absolutely, I think it's a great idea.
Okay, what's my next move?
I will call you after the show and take care of it for you.
We'll follow up. Thanks for the call. Great call, Mike. Always save some money out there.
Have a great day, buddy.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the show, and again, just to wrap things up here, there's that 15-year is so fantastic. Families that get that loan are calling us up. Just time flies. Before you know it, you're halfway done with your mortgage, and you save a ton of money.
First of all, 15 years in the threes. After tax, it's going to be in the mid to high twos, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know, where can you borrow money net after tax benefits in the twos?
Well, you got to think, too, like, playing down the road, like, it's nice to be 55 and no house payment. You know what I mean? That's
close, Alex. Thank you.
Or
I
when you go to
appreciate that.
sell to have that extra equity.
I was just saying in general, and
no, I agree.
When you're going into your golden years, you don't want to be paying,
right.
Well, your golden years, you still have kids with pay off student loans. They want to go to grad school. You've got other things that you want to do.
I don't let people when they start, they're saving $200 a month and they redo a 30-year fix and they go out and they buy a jet ski. Like, dude, pay your mortgage off. Let's be done with it, man.
And then get your jet ski.
Yeah. Because, Harry, I mean, I know you're a big jet skier, aren't you?
Big jet skier.
big water sports guy.
We got a wave runner in the driveway over there. It's okay.
You do.
Hey, refinance your mortgage, definitely. Consolidate those two loans. A lot of families got those combo loans. I've never really been a big fan of them because everyone who has a combo loan seems to call us up later and say, hey, can you consolidate these two? So if you did purchase a house and got an 80-20.
But it was the greatest idea in the world when they did it.
Exactly. Or if you got an 80-10-10, be sure to call Capital Mortgage all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Everybody on 96, go green, baby. Go green. Need a blowout today.
All right. Definitely enjoy the football game if you're out there. Enjoy the game.
And the sun.
Go green.
For Harry Glantz, for Alex DeBusi, Nicole Moscow, thank you very much for coming in for RE/MAX. I'm Harvey Free. We will see you next Saturday.
preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
The traffic jam. A stifling halt to your thrilling drive. But in a redesigned 2015 Mercedes-Benz C-Class, that interruption is at least tolerable. With the most luxurious interior in its class and an innovative touchpad, the all-new 2015 C-Class is as exciting to experience standing still as it is in motion. And with